How you doing? I'm James, and today I've got a big, exciting advanced review, and we're going to be deep diving into the upcoming 30th anniversary Friends entire TV series box set on 4K Ultra HD for the first time ever. Now, this was sent to me a full week early for me to dive into and test and review for all of you, and today I'm going to be sharing all of my testing data, and there is some shocking and surprising results I discovered when I went through testing out this entire series. So you're going to want to stick around for the entire video so you don't miss out on any of that surprising information. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing my exclusive 4K versus the original Blu-ray release image comparison. That's where I pull the native data from the 4K disc and my previous Blu-ray set that I own and show you up above those images side by side so you can see for yourself and determine how much of an upgrade this really is, if it is an upgrade. And then at the end, I always wrap it up with my sum up total review score. That lets you know the sum up total quality of this box set and if it is something you should spend your hard-earned money for and add to your collection. It's always extremely important if you decide you're gonna buy or add this to your collection after you're done watching this review. I put the direct Amazon sale links as a pinned comment in the comment section right below this video. Those links down there never cost you, the viewer, even a penny extra when you click on them. But when you click and buy through them, that's how I'm able to keep spending all this time creating all of these in-depth analysis, reviews, and all of these videos you enjoy watching here on my channel. So if you enjoy this content I create here on my channel and these videos have helped you out, always make sure to click and buy through those direct Amazon sale links right down there below. Now we're going to start off with the original Blu-ray releases up above. Now these Blu-rays came out originally in 2012, and when the original showrunners worked on this, they did note that they had more of a heavy orangish, yellowish tone to skin tones and kind of colors overall. And that's what the original showrunners and Kevin Bright had always said they wanted to go back and fix. Well, I'm happy to report Kevin Bright and the original showrunners were granted the opportunity several years ago by Warner Brothers to go back and work with the original camera negatives for all 236 episodes on the entire series. They went back and did meticulous work to not only do new 4K restorations of every single episode, but they also did brand new Dolby Vision and HDR10 color gradings and masters to fix and repair everything from the original 2012 Blu-ray transfers that was wrong. Now, right away, you should notice a healthy improvement in skin tones. Overall, the color grading on these looks much more natural, lifelike, and vibrant. Gone is the heavy orangish, yellowish tone that was present on the previous Blu-ray transfers. Overall, that was the first thing that struck me when I put these in and started comparing them side by side to the previous Blu-ray transfers. Now, this is a native 4K and it does have nice, stable, natural layer of film grain from beginning to end. I'll tell you, they didn't scrub that away or get rid of that. You can see it present, but it is extremely stable and it does look very filmic in every single episode that I was very surprised. Compared to the previous Blu-ray release, you couldn't notice the film grain very much at all. On this, you can see it a little bit more, but it is one of those things that adds a nice layer to it that just gives it a very filmic presence. Now, with that film grain, there was no instabilities or fluctuations whatsoever that I encountered through any of the episodes, though I will point out something on a slight negative. In the intro title sequences in the earlier seasons, in those intro title sequences, it does go back down to HD in some of those title sequences. It is kind of noticeable when it's coming across with the words at the beginning of each of the episodes where it has basically the cast and the crew. You'll notice in those few seconds of those intro title sequences, it does go down to kind of HD footage. Then it goes right back up to native 4K, and you can notice right away when it goes back to the native 4K because the depth and detail is very shocking and surprising. My wife and I really were in awe of the depth and detail you can see on their faces and hair and clothing. It is so nicely pronounced on this that it really added a new layer of something we'd never seen. Some of like the sewing or patterns on some of their clothing that you could never see on the previous Blu-ray because it was a slightly softer image. Man, you can see so much more in this that it is one of those that'll really shock and surprise you when you watch it in person. Now, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to go down and give this video a like and a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. That way you're notified right away whenever I release any of these advanced reviews or big announcement videos. You never want to miss out on any of this content. Now, I will share when Kevin Brighton, the original showrunner, started working on these new restorations, they worked with Warner Brothers for over 3 years to complete all of the new color grading work, color corrections, and all of the restoration work to provide this series in the quality that we get to watch it on this 4K release. Now, touching on the Dolby Vision and HDR10 color grading and master for this, I will say that the Dolby Vision was my preferred viewing experience. It was more vibrant. I really thought the colors just looked more lifelike overall, and that was the one that it was roughly about 10% better looking than the HDR10. Now, both of them had brilliant whites, inky blacks, no black crush whatsoever. It's just if I had to choose one, Dolby Vision was my preferred viewing of this. The HDR10 was still a massive night and day improvement in every area of the image over that previous Blu-ray. Gone on both the HDR10 and Dolby Vision is all of that yellowish, orangey skin tones, color grading. All of that is completely repaired, fixed, gone, and it's a massive improvement that you will enjoy from the first episode to the last. Now, you'll want to check out my previous video on how to properly and correctly clean your 4K disc video. There is some residue from basically how they manufacture the discs and things that are on the discs, that if you clean them as I explained in that video the correct way with the claws and things exactly how I explained in that video, it takes it off without causing any damage. It's just a little bit of residue that can cause some slight playback issues if left on the disc. It's from basically how they manufacture them and off-gassing from the actual cases themselves. It's not something wrong with your set when you get it. That's just inherent to how they produce and manufacture 4K discs. So it is one of those things you'll want to watch that video so that way you know exactly how to clean the discs in here when you get them, because that'll prevent you from having any playback issues or pixelation whatsoever. So if you get this set and you start to notice you played it and you have pixelation, that's not something wrong with the discs themselves. It's because that off-gassing is present on it. When the laser reads through it, it causes some slight pixelation, so it just needs cleaned off. So make sure to watch that video so that way you know exactly how to clean these the correct way, so that way you don't have any of those playback issues, because it's not something wrong with the discs themselves. It's simply that residue that can cause that, which confuses a lot of folks that are new to buying 4Ks. Now, in this box set, it includes all 10 seasons, the original broadcast episodes, not the cut down, severely butchered and edited syndicated versions. So all those jokes and things that were cut out, several minutes of each episode, 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, it depends on the episode, that was cut out, that's been airing on TV for many years. This is the original intended broadcast episodes without any of that footage cut out. Now, runtime is right around 4,800 minutes. It's a massive amount of runtime included for the episodes in this. Now, in this box set, they also included the unedited and supersized episodes from season 7. Now, a question I've gotten asked a lot is about the aspect ratio. I am happy to report this retains the 1.78:1 aspect ratio that the previous Blu-ray releases had, so it does fill up your modern TV screen, and it looks very beautiful. Now, touching on the audio, the previous Blu-ray release had a Dolby Digital 5.1 audio mix. It had fluctuations, it had some issues where the audio would go slightly out and come back in, and it would go up and down. You'd have to have your remote for some of the episodes where you turn it up and then turn it down, and that was just the way the previous Blu-ray release was. It wasn't a perfect audio mix. Well, I'm happy to report for this 4K release, they didn't just carry over the previous Dolby Digital. They provided a brand new DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 audio mix, and it sounds much cleaner, much clearer, and has far better clarity than the previous Blu-ray release. And gone are all of those fluctuations that the previous Blu-ray release had, where sometimes you would have a harder time hearing it and you have to turn it up and then turn it down when it got loud again. This is a very stable and very crystal clear sounding audio mix that is noticeably stronger with very good dynamic range. I was very impressed with the upgrade in the audio mix as well. They didn't just upgrade the image for us, they worked on the audio to provide the best sounding audio mix that I've ever heard for friends on home video. Now, show what you get in this set. It is a metallic outside boxing. I really like the metallic artwork on it. It matches the 30th anniversary metallic sticker. Now, this is a 23 disc 4K set. Now, showing on the side here, it does say Friends, the complete series. Then on the back it talks about it does come in individual cases, and I'll touch on the special features here in a second. But as you can see, it comes in each individual case. The final case in here is your Blu-ray disc case, which has a bunch of new special features and all of the previous special features contained in a separate case. Now, each of the cases inside that contains 2 seasons has individual artwork on them. When you get inside, it does have unique artwork on each of the discs for each season. So you get each season with matching discs, and then the second season, its own matching discs. Now, I did test all the 4K discs in here. I am happy to report they are all 100% region free. Warner Brothers thankfully did not region lock them like some of the studios have been doing around the world. Now in here, you also get a booklet, which actually goes through all of the episodes. It has a nice little artworks in them. I like the booklet, and then at the back of it, it talks about a bunch of your new special features and things contained. Now on each of the individual seasons, they do include commentaries, which are on the 4K discs themselves for the episodes spread out throughout the seasons. Now when you get to the end, you do have 2 bonus discs, which are Blu-ray discs. They include things like all your special features from seasons 1 through 5. It includes 3 True Friends documentaries, Friends Through the Peephole. It includes How Well Do You Know Your Friends, kind of a mini game that you get on it. And on the second bonus disc, you also get special features from seasons 6 through 10, along with things like the original script and producer's cut for the one where Rachel tells Ross, and Friends on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno from 2004, Friends Visit the Ellen DeGeneres Show, that's from 2004 and 2005. Then it includes a special feature, the one with the never before seen ever released gags, as well as the Rembrandt's I'll Be There For You music video, and several others. And just to show you some of the other cases in the box set so you can see the individual artworks, these are your other seasons. Now, I did dive into and test out the rough average bitrate for all of you. I'm happy to report it has a rough average bitrate range of a healthy 50 to 70 megabits per second, rough average bitrate range for the entire 236 episodes of the entire series. I was very impressed with how nice it was for the entire runtime. It did lend to why every single episode really looked outstanding. And that's where I want to get to the value of what's contained in this box set. Originally when I announced it, it was around $300. It has since dropped to the retail price of right around $189. And that roughly breaks down to about $18 a season. That's less than the price you pay for an individual movie on 4K. So if you think of that, every single episode with brand new restorations, new audio mix, this amazing of a quality for $18 a season is absolutely stellar. And as one of those, I was very surprised at the price point that this ended up at. Now, getting to my review score. For those of you that are new to the channel, my review scores are always based on 1 as a low, 10 as a high decimal system. So for Friends on 4K for the first time ever in this upcoming 4K release, this gets an outstanding 9.6. It's a must buy. You need to buy, add to your collection. You'll be shocked and blown away at the image and sound quality that severely annihilates and destroys every single area of the image and sound on the previous Blu-ray releases. You will never want to watch those Blu-rays again after you sit down and watch how outstanding of an image and sound it is on this upcoming 4K release. And I've got to say, Warner Brothers really pulled out all of the stops on the restorations for this TV series for one of the greatest TV comedy series of all time that has been watched more than any other TV series in the world. This is the ultimate way to own and watch this series, and I can't ever see them ever doing anything better because Friends looks simply phenomenal. You'll sit there and just be blown away by the detail you see in their clothing and how simply gorgeous the new color grading drastically improved and fixed. All of the orangey, yellowish color grading that was on the previous Blu-rays is gone. It is so healthy and natural looking that you sit there and it's just such an eye-opening experience. This is truly a must-buy 4K release that you need to buy and support. Show Warner Brothers that you appreciate the time, the love, and the care they put into creating this massive box set that is just really one of those you'll sit back and watch year after year, and you'll really just be amazed at the new things you can see that you couldn't ever see in the previous Blu-ray transfers. Now, keep in mind, as I've shared before, the images that are up above only give you a taste due to compression and from all the algorithms and software used to create these image comparison reviews. When you watch this at home on your home professionally calibrated 4K display, you'll be blown away because it looks even better than what you can see in these videos. So I always try to share that, keep that in mind. This is the best presentation I can provide to give you an idea of what you're gonna see when you watch it at home. But when you actually put in these 4K discs and you watch it on your home 4K display, it looks drastically better than what you can even see in these videos. You will really be shocked and you'll just sit there with your mouth open. My wife and I were both who have seen these hundreds of times. I mean, heck, my wife can quote numerous of these episodes throughout this because she's watched it so many times. She was sitting there just like, wow. The entire time she just kept saying, I can't believe how beautiful this looks. Every single actor, now there is one downside with the beautifulness. You can see when some of the actors have some zits on their faces, more than you could ever see on the Blu-rays, but they put makeup over it. You could see the makeup over it, but you could still see like the lumps where that was. But I'll be honest with you, I love that. I love seeing that extra level of detail because then you can see things like on the painting on the wall, like some of the apartment painting in there has some of the paint peeling on it. And I gotta say, you could never see that on the previous Blu-rays ever. Those transfers, you couldn't see that some of the paint was even peeling or bubbling. You can see that plain as day on these native 4K transfers that are stunning to behold. Now, make sure to share your excitement down below in the comment section. Let me know if you're a massive Friends fan. Let me know how thrilled you are now that you've heard my review score of this 4K release. And let me know how excited you are now that you've seen how much of a massive upgrade it is over their previous Blu-ray releases. Now, it's always extremely important to make sure to click and buy through that direct Amazon sale link down there below. That link down there never costs you, the viewer, a penny extra when you click on it. When you click and buy through that direct Amazon sale link down there below, that supports the creation of these videos. All this time and hard work I put into creating this video that took me over a week to pull all of the data, test everything, watch it, compile all this, and create this in-depth review video. So if these videos help you out and you enjoy all this content here on my channel, make sure to buy through that direct Amazon sale link down there below and join my Collectors VIP Club. Collectors VIP Club only costs you $1 or $2 every month, but it goes directly back into the time and creation of all of these videos. And I truly can't say thank you enough to every one of you that has clicked and bought through those links and joined my Collectors VIP Club. Every single one of you is amazing, and I truly do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. As always, I truly hope all of you have a blessed day, and I've always got something new, early, exclusive, and exciting coming out very soon.